teach the learning in the tongues of the Chaldeans. And the king appointed them a daily provision of the king's meat and the wine which they drank, so nourishing them 3 years, that at the end of thereof they might stand before the king. Now, among these were the children of Judea: Daniel, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah. I'll try to get that right. I'm going to say it again. Azariah, unto whom the prince of the eunuchs gave name, for he gave unto Daniel the name of Belteshazzar, and Hananiah, Shadrach, and Mishael, Meshach, and Azariah, Abednego. And Daniel purposed, but Daniel proposed to his heart, in his heart, that he would not defile himself with the portions of the king's meat, nor with the wine which he drank. Therefore he requested of the prince of the eunuchs that he might not defile himself. Now, God brought Daniel unto the favor and tender love of the prince of the eunuchs. And the prince of the eunuchs said to Daniel, I fear my lord the king, who has appointed me meat and who has appointed your meat and your drink. For why should he see your faces worse likened than the children which are of your sort? Then shall ye make me endanger my head to the king. And then said Daniel to Melzar, whom of the prince of the eunuch had set over Daniel, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah. Okay. Prove thy servant, I beseech thee, 10 days, and let them give us pulse to eat and water to drink. Then let our countenance be looked upon before thee, and the countenance of the children, the meat, and eat of the portion of the king's meat, and thou seest, deal with thy servant. So he consented to them in this manner, and proved them 10 days. And at the end of the 10 days, their countenance appeared fairer and fatter in flesh, and all the children which did eat of the portion of the king's meat. Melzar took away the portions of the meat and the wine that they should drink, and gave them pulse. As for these 4 children, God gave them knowledge and skills, and all learning and wisdom. And Daniel had understanding in all visions of the dream. Now, at the end of these days, the king has said he should bring them in. And the prince of the eunuchs brought them before Nebuchadnezzar, and the king communed with them, and among them all he found none like Daniel, Hananiah, Mishael, Azariah. Therefore stood they before the king, in all matters of the wisdom and the understanding that the king inquired of them. He found them 10 times better than all the magicians and astrologers, and were in all his realms. Last verse. And Daniel continued even until the first year of King Cyrus. All right, I did read that. Okay. I guess if I was I was trying to get a theme, and I was coming up with compromise, obey, and defile. So I wasn't able to put it together, so I'm just going to use those 3 words. Okay? I was like, I don't know, I was, a couple of years ago, I was, let's see, probably, I think probably about 10 years ago, I was having some throat issues, and I was trying to self-diagnose myself about how to repair this David. And so I started making some changes in my diet and stuff, and I never really got rid of it. I actually ended up having a cyst that I had to have removed about 14 years later, or something, like 10 or 12 years later, on my throat. That's why I can't sing well. Not exactly. But that's my excuse today. Anyway, so I had this self-diagnosis, so I discontinued eating beef and pork, and I kept eating chicken. And I recognized something was going on, that my health was actually was starting to get a little better, even though I was continuing to my weight had changed, and even though I had continued to eat the chicken and the turkey and all the other food that I was eating. But then I got back to the point, I was about 5 years later, I decided, well, it doesn't seem like that much going on, because I guess I was working on the inside, fixing the inside first. And then I thought that maybe that it was, I couldn't tell as fast as I wanted to. So I went back to everything. And then, boy, it was less than 2 years that I had some real health issues that I was starting to develop. I never really told my wife a whole lot of it. I don't know, she probably noticed my sleeping might have gotten worse or something, but when I started eating a whole lot of all food, I started noticing some more things. So I decided that's why I decided to stop eating meat altogether, because I was having some heart palpitations, I was having some sluggishness, just going to the doctor, they was talking about all the different things. So I don't know, I remember this verse, this reading in the Bible, and I said, I'm gonna check that out. And then I think that was about, how long ago we come here? How many years you been here? 6 years. So what I think was, some of it played a role, because I heard that, even though the Daniel fast come up a lot, but I don't think I heard it as often as I did. This is when we started coming here. And I said, oh, what's the Daniel fast? So it's been about at least 4 years ago, I decided, I decided to make some changes. But what I've been noticing is my weight-wise is still here, but a lot of my inner parts, some things have been changing considerably. And I know that, and also I notice in my thinking, and I notice in my memory, it just seems like a lot of stuff really has improved since I made some changes with my diet. And then one day, I think I was about 4 years ago, one morning, it really was scary, because then I listened to the testimony today about our brother, and I woke up in the morning and I just had some pounding, some serious pounding, heart pounding episodes that was going on. And so I decided to go and, well, I don't know what I did. But I ended up going to the doctor in 2008, and I got a blood test. Yeah, I got the whole 9 yards and did the blood work. And everything was like really off the scale as far as my cholesterol, my triglycerides. Now this is before I decided to make the change in the diet now. And that's when I also got my machine too. About 4 years ago? That ain't been 4 years ago. My